Hello traders, hello everyone, welcome to our new free video in which we will discuss actually two things. First, we will take a look at Bitcoin, and the second is on crude oil and also New Zealand dollar. Okay, so the first thing that is very important is, as you know, here on our page at ew-forecast.com, I recently opened, maybe 2-3 months back, I recently opened or added, if you want, this cryptocurrencies free analysis sub page, okay, which is accessible completely free through our homepage. So actually what I was doing here is made an analysis a few times per week on some most popular cryptocurrencies. Okay, and the reason is why I went into this is because I received a lot of questions, a lot of email regarding Bitcoin, because we do not cover this in our paid services. So actually even now I see based on the response that traders want to active traders on cryptocurrencies want some more detailed updates regarding my view on technical from a technical approach, okay, especially from an Elliott wave perspective. So I decided to start working on PDF report. So actually in this report it will be something similar like you see here now in cryptocurrencies free analysis website, but it actually will contain more detailed analysis about cryptocurrencies, and also I will add some link sometimes to a video analysis in which I will go into even more details about price action on cryptocurrencies. Okay, however, this will still be completely free, so if you are interested, go to this website, cryptocurrencies free analysis, or and the pop-up window will show up. You will be able to sign up for this free report, which I will which I will prepare and starting sending out in the next few weeks. Or you just simply send me an email to info at ew-forecast.com and put in the subject crypto subscription. Okay, so and from maybe already in December you will start receiving these PDF reports maybe 3 times per week or so, and definitely with more detailed approach also, which I think could be a real value to this, is potential setups and even video analysis. Okay, so make sure to check this website, and also regarding Bitcoin, where we go from here. As you know, I was bullish, very bullish on Bitcoin for the last few weeks, not few weeks, few months. Okay, I was looking for market to reach 8,000 level for the last 3 weeks or so. We came to these levels, and I personally thought that we could see a much deeper decline from here. Definitely I'm expecting a decline, but as you can see here on this chart, okay, I was labeling here that there is potential top of a wave 5, okay, but after reviewing some charts recently, there's still a chance that a pullback will be only a wave 4, and that we have room for more gains here, okay. But in either case, I think that pullback is coming, and I will show you why. So let's take a look here. Okay, so always when I start analyzing markets, those who know me, you know what I'm talking about, is I go to the larger time frame and then scale to the lower time frames. And if you take a look at this monthly chart of Bitcoin, okay, since it was starting trading back and 7 years back or so, as shown on this price action. Actually, what is really important is that this was a very strong move to the upside since 2015. Okay, extremely strong. So actually this fits to be wave 3. Okay, why? Well, wave 4 pullbacks are normally longer in time compared to second wave pullbacks, okay? And here we have wave 1, 2, and very strong push up for wave 3, which I believe. Yes, we have seen some deep pullback in the middle of this rally, but as you can see here, based on this monthly candlestick formation, it was a very sharp reaction, okay? So normally wave 4 will unfold in a sideways price action, and the reason why wave 4 normally goes so complex is to confuse traders, okay? Is it market top, or is it just a correction? If it made a top and then it pulls back and goes sideways, and this sideways price action stays in for a longer period of time, everyone thinks, especially those who are not familiar with the trend or wave analysis, they will say that probably top is in. They will try to short it, okay? And then market will move in a maybe in a triangle range, up down, and a lot of traders will give up on their view because market will not be going anywhere. Okay, so normally this type of formation takes time. Okay, so ideally that represents wave 4, and I haven't seen this type of activity on Bitcoin yet since market turned up, broke higher from 2015. And also, if you take a distance of a wave 2 pullback, and you can clearly see that we haven't seen any similar correction since then. Okay, so I really think that this could be a wave 3 top. Okay, but what is probably the most important at this stage is that even if you think that wave 5 has stopped here, or that it was only a wave 3, we still think that prices will come to the downside, will come lower. Normally wave 4 will retrace for 38.2%, okay, compared to wave 3. And if we assume that wave 3 has finished here, okay, then you can see 38.2% is right there around $5,000, guys. So that's still room for deep pullback or even lower levels. Okay, wave 4 can sometimes go even back to 50% compared to wave 3. So at this stage, even if I think this is wave 3 and we go higher, and you want to look for trading opportunities, especially if you're maybe intraday trader, you have to be aware that there could be a longer period of consolidation with potential deeper pullback. Okay, and then you maybe reestablish your longs, especially if you're an investor for a longer period of time. You definitely want to see a pullback. Okay, also let's go down to the weekly chart. Okay, now this is very interesting. Here we had this wave 2, and why I think this could be a wave 3. First thing is, I'll remove this, is because we can count 5 subwaves clearly from 2015 lows. Okay, this was wave 1, wave 2, extended wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within wave 3. Wave 4 pullback back to the area of back to the starting point of a wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. It was a bounce from $3,000. If we were tracking our analysis, you exactly know where we were looking here for this wave 4 to be completed. Then we have seen a very strong push to the upside. Okay, so actually we can count 5 waves to the upside. We know that after every 5 waves, market will make minimum 3 wave retracement. Okay, that's not because I said so, and it's actually because market or crowd psychology is how it's visible actually on the price action, okay, from the market participants. So actually I think that we will see a pullback in 3 waves. Normally this pullback can take us back into area of a former wave 4, and in such case you would focus on $5,000 here, because it was a starting point of a wave 4. Okay, and normally you can see that here this wave 4, okay, let me just change this wave 4 pullback was back to the starting point to previous swing high here. Okay, and now we could see something similar here. Okay, and then a new bounce to the upside. So actually that would be ideal scenario. Okay, but the key here is why I suspect that market could see a deeper lower levels from here is, as I said, it's because of a 5 waves up within this wave 3. You can easily see even better maybe here on a line chart. And the second thing is that I'm focusing and using a lot of time my Fib levels, Fibonacci projections, when it comes to wave cycles. So here, normally in a 5-wave movement, okay, 5-wave move, you will see if one wave is extended, will typically 2 waves within this whole 5-wave move be equal. Normally, okay, first wave is equal to fifth wave. This is ideal scenario. But in some cases, if that's not the case, if wave 3 is getting even longer, okay, then clearly wave 5 can be equal to wave 3. Okay, so I'm looking for this to be the case here on Bitcoin. This was wave 1, wave 2 pullback, extended wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 clearly did not top here, which would make an equal distance compared to wave 1, but it made an extension to the upside. So actually wave 5 was equal to wave 3, and this came in around $7,500 per one Bitcoin. Okay, that's the first important Fib level. Then probably the most important Fib level when you want to identify end of a 5-wave cycle is golden ratio. Okay, what is golden ratio? Golden ratio is actually of a 5-wave movement of an impulse divides the whole cycle on 2 parts. Okay, so it divides it into 38.2% and 61.8%. Okay, so we have 5-wave movement. Okay, and when you have a very big wave 5, one part will be 38.2%, and the second part will be 61.8%. Okay, so this part, okay, from the starting point, this part will be 38.2%, and the second part will be 61.8%, which the whole cycle makes 100%, obviously, and this is normally a typical reversal or ending point for a 5-wave movement. And you can see here 38.2% from a starting point, okay, of this wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cycle, 5 subwaves within wave 3. So I took this distance of a 38.2%, and 61.8% comes in for a projected fifth wave here around, again, around $7,500. So you can see that actually everything came in place right there. Okay, we have 5 waves up and we have very important Fib levels here. Okay, so I really would not be surprised if we will see a pullback into wave 4 in the coming months. Of course, there's possible that market will see another high and then see a pullback, but the most important when it comes to trading is not to be right, okay, just to be patient before you want to invest in the market. So personally, I want to see this pullback to unfold before I may even consider to go again into the market, into the Bitcoins. Okay, so you want to see a pullback. Even if the price action goes to the upside, I will obviously adjust the wave count. I have no issues to be wrong. I will adjust the wave count and still be waiting on a pullback. Okay, it's better to wait on the prices rather than chasing here, because risk is very, very big here, as you can see. Okay, and if we go to even lower time frame, this is daily chart. Still, as you can see here, we are tracking final stages of this 5-wave rise. Maybe this black wave 5 already completed the whole cycle here, as I said, at the recent highs, or this is maybe still a wave 4. So when it comes to detailed technical analysis, it's really important to focus on an intraday price action to confirm if top was here or not. So if we see a broken this trend line, okay, and then obviously I would say the top is in. Another indication for top would be if we fall back below, back below $6,200, around there. Okay, so if these two important levels are broken, then I would quite confidently say that top was being put in place. Okay, so all in all, guys, we are clearly in a strong bullish trend, but before you want to chase this market once again, you want to see a deeper pullback, okay? Even if we go higher, you still wait on a pullback. Okay, so that's about the Bitcoin. If you're interested in such analysis, even more detailed analysis on other cryptocurrencies as well, make sure to sign up. This link will be also below the YouTube video. Also, now let's take a look at another market. We said firstly New Zealand dollar. So actually New Zealand dollar is very interesting for me, as I already made a video 2 weeks back, I think, where I missed shorts on a bounce, and I'm now chasing and waiting on a new bounce. As you know, we have broken below this trend line support, so it appears that corrective rally could be finished, which means that I'm interested to look for more weakness here for shorts within downtrend, because clearly I want to trade within current sentiment, which is bearish since July. If we go to the daily chart, you can see here this breakout point, and also notice that current wave 3 is much sharper, even longer compared to the first leg, and normally this is evidence that we are in third wave of a 5-wave movement, not in a wave C of some correction, okay? Obviously it's possible because C wave can also be extended, but we focus more on a probability rather than a possibility when we are labeling the chart. And also you want to label the charts, the wave count, within the direction of a current price, and clearly current price is down, okay? And now if we go to the smaller time frame chart, to the 4-hour chart, you know that then you need 5 waves down within current unfolding wave 3. So on a 4-hour chart right there, I can see wave 1, wave 2, and these are now unfolding 5 sub-waves within that wave 3 of a larger degree. Also, what I really like is that market came after this breakdown here in the middle of October. We have seen a pullback, which was small wave 4. I was looking for shorts here in this wave 4. Unfortunately, they were missed for a few pips. Then we have seen a nice sell-off, and now again we are retesting the same trend line. So it looks like that this is a very interesting zone for a potential new sell-off. Also, what I really like is that if we see maybe slightly higher prices next week, that would be or cause a retest of this trend line connected from start of from August of 2015. So actually I think that this bounce can be maybe just a small kiss of this trend line before we go even sharper to the downside, okay? So I also I'm looking at this price structure here a little bit more closely. It's a 4-hour chart. Maybe that's some kind of a free wave rise up into wave 4 with an ending diagonal here in wave C of wave 4. And what is really important about this intraday price action is that we have a very slow activity to the upside. And normally, guys, that's an evidence of a correction. You have, because price move is very slow. Okay, clearly you can see that this bounce from these October lows, okay, was very slow, much slower compared to previous decline since October, since start of October, okay? So this was an impulse right there, which means if this was an impulse, slower price action in limited range would normally represent a correction. So I think this is a correction. Either wave 4 has finished already here, we don't know that. Maybe we will see another retest of this resistance around 0.7 psychological level, and then we will see a sell-off. Of course, I will not go into this market today because it's Friday, but I will review the charts on Monday, okay? So that's about New Zealand dollar. Now also let's take a look on crude oil. Two weeks back when we talked about crude oil, we said that I'm very bullish on crude oil, and the reason was because we have 5 waves to the downside that completed this decline in 2016, and the reason for a completion was this first bounce, then a sideways price action. So I was looking for a third move to the upside, either wave 3 or wave C, we don't know that. But the important is that when market turns, it will send price action back to the area of a former wave 4. And here was a 63.20. So I'm looking for these prices to be retested. Also, we have a very strong upward momentum currently. More importantly, we have seen a break above this channel resistance line, okay? And normally this represents is important evidence that market is in acceleration, and normally you want to see this in this wave 3. So I'm expecting much higher prices, and any pullback on the way up, I see it as a correction, okay? So if we go back to the down to the 4-hour chart, you can see here that I'm looking for a wave 4. Wave 4 can retest this trend line, this channel, and then maybe turn up again next week from around 56, unless we stay in a triangle, which is also possible. Because it's Friday, we may see a slower price action now into the end of the US session, so it can easily be also a triangle, and then we see prices next week for a push up to 58.60, 59 levels, okay? But still, the most important is probably this chart, which I also showed in the videos from 2 weeks back. I said that we have inverted head and shoulders here, left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. This was a neckline, broken neckline. As you can see, this is a decisive break clearly. So there is room for $70, maybe even higher prices for 2018. Okay, and but as always, I focus on new expectations, which is, as I said, 63.20, the area of a former wave 4 right here. Okay, clearly I will stay bullish as long the market is trading here above, let's say, above $52 per barrel, okay, something like that. Okay, traders, thank you very much. So if you're interested in cryptocurrencies PDF report to receive it directly into your email box, please sign up below this video for on the email list. And then we have also special offer, 14-day trial for new members for only €1. So if you're interested to see our analysis in our members area, then visit our website and sign up. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Have a good day, have a good weekend. See you on Monday. Bye.